If it's media, it's news to them. Here's good old JR and Comic Book Man.
Gentlemen, start your whacking.
Media News, episode 93. Morons a-comin'.
Hey, folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for...
Media News, hey!
And, of course, Media News is coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. We are right at the intersection. And all new comics at Alternate Reality, yes, we are. All new comics at Alternate Reality are always 15% off every day for everyone, including folks like you, and folks like you,
me,
and folks like the
Twilight
cheapskates who do accounting books in Hollywood.
Well, those kids who are in the Twilight movies, they don't get your damn 15% off. They can afford whatever they want because they're getting paid a whole load of money for those last two movies.
JR, what are they getting paid? What is their payday?
All right, we're talking about Kristen Stewart. Robert Pattinson. And Taylor Lautner.
You realize you're saying these names, I have no idea who these people
are.
They're
the three leads. They're Vampire Boy, Wolf Boy, and the girl who loves both of them.
Oh, your Magic 8-Ball Triangle.
Exactly. The holy trinity of stupid.
Yeah, your Magic 8-Ball Triangle.
All right, here's what they're getting for the last two films in the part 1 and part 2 of the last story. $25 million a pop. Each.
What?
25 million, as well as that. We're not done.
Were we just talking about the new Hollywood? What the hell? Where'd that come from?
$25 million a piece plus 7.5% of the gross.
Then don't come back.
Of the gross.
And those of you at home who might be asking yourself, what have they done to deserve this money? They were in three. It's stupidly successful movies, and they have a gun to the movie studio's head for the fourth one and fifth one, which they were not signed for.
Exactly.
Smart move, guys. The movie studio, smart move.
Only 3 or 4 films in, their payday on the first film was $2 million. Yeah. So they've gone from $2 million to $25 million and 7.5% of the growth.
That's quite an increase.
Quite a big jump. Now let's talk about Spider-Man in contrast. Let's compare and contrast, shall we?
And this is an all media news episode of Media News. This is not a comic book one, but we are going to talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of stuff sprinkled in here and there. Yeah. Okay, so to compare and contrast those numbers with Spider-Man. Andrew, what's his name? Whose name escapes me yet again. Sorry.
Yes.
Who's getting $500,000 for the first Spider-Man film?
Yeah.
Okay, and we know if they make a second one, he'll get $1 million. If they make a third, he'll get $2
million.
Exactly. So compare that
bus
to
token.
The two, and this is Spider-Man we're talking about.
Spider-Man.
Twilight was an unknown commodity when the first film came out, and these
Spider-Man is very known.
These guys received $2 million a pop. For something that was an unknown commodity.
But Twilight's not unknown anymore.
No, it's not. But and Tobey Maguire on the first Spider-Man film 8 years ago received $4 million. So this new kid is getting ripped off as far as I'm concerned. He's getting ripped off. Kid, if I were you, hold him for ransom on that second film if it's a success.
Yeah, if it is.
Hold him up for ransom.
Well, he's signed for it, hasn't he? I assume it's a 3-picture
I'm sure
deal.
there's a deal in there somewhere for sequels, but
they can recognize Hungry in Hollywood like nobody's business.
And if he gets attached to this part and people love him in this part, he can still hold him up for ransom.
You know what will be one of the deciders for that with Spider-Man?
What's that?
And we've talked about this before. How often the mask comes off?
Well, with an unknown, it's not Tobey Maguire, so that mask may stay on.
Will this be a Spider-Man movie or will this be a Peter Parker movie? And I bet my money is on a Spider-Man movie.
Would make it better in my book.
Not that you want to see Peter Parker. Not that you want to have stuff on Peter's life, but he's going to have that mask on a lot more than that first 3 films.
Well, they'll give him the perspective of Iron Man. He'll have some sort of hinky thing in the mask where he can see out of. And
that's because Iron Man is a big name star.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's not.
If you got the guy who's playing Thor to play Iron Man in those movies, you would never see his face.
Stanford Downey Jr., we're getting Downey
Remember that story years ago? Tom Cruise was going to play Iron Man. Remember that? That mask would have never been on, man. Never.
That would have been great. Iron Man flying around with no helmet on.
Whoops! It would just be one of the comic gags. It would just fall off.
Mach 3 into a brick wall with no helmet on.
All right, we're going to move on, Comic Book Man.
Moving on.
Enough of money, because it just makes us depressed.
Let's talk about John Cameron. You know, there's a
James Cameron.
It's
his brother, John.
I'd rather talk about John.
John Cameron Swayze.
There's an anniversary coming up.
Yes, there is.
Big anniversary coming up. The anniversary, the actual anniversary of the actual Titanic is coming up in 2012. It originally went down in 1912. 2 years from now, it'll be 2012
Yeah.
when the Aztecs say it'll be the end of the world. I bet you the Titanic comes up all by itself out of the
that would be
ocean
so great.
and flies through the air and crashes into something and kills millions.
It delivers its passengers.
Delivers its passengers.
April of 2012, you are correct, is the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic.
And James Cameron has found an extra special way to commemorate that event and the solemnity that comes with an
Yes,
event
with
like
all
that.
the weight that
Look
comes
it
with the
up.
death of hundreds, maybe 1,000
over
people.
1,000 people. Over 1,000
How do you do that? You make money off of their bodies,
You bet
their
your
rotting
ass.
corpses, by re-releasing your Titanic
Yes.
movie back into theaters, better than ever.
How's it better?
It's
You
going to
know
be.
how it's
You know
better.
how it's going to be better.
How's it
Comic
going to
Book
be
Man.
better?
It's going to
Tell
be.
me,
It's going to be. It's going to be.
Hit me!
in
Tiffany!
3D. A young Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet will be hurtling at you. Hey, when that guy falls off and falls down and hits the propeller way below, it's going to be in 3D and it's going to make that thunk sound. That's like the best part of that movie for me. The rest of it you can have. You can have
Movie
it.
theater that throws water on you every 5 minutes.
And they make
You go to Disney, they have that in rides. They have that.
Gloria Stewart, who was the old lady in the film, who was the Kate Winslet
Yeah.
character, only old, is still alive, Comic Book Man. You know, she
Oh.
just celebrated her
Roll her back out.
100th birthday on July the
I thought
4th.
she was dead.
So if she's still alive in 2 years, they could trot her out for the big premiere in 3D and prop some 3D glasses on her head. Wheel her into
James
the
Cameron's
theater.
got her hooked up to all kinds of machines and stuff.
So yeah, thank you, James Cameron,
Let
for
me die!
making money off of a
will
terrible
not let you
disaster.
And we got one other
We
little
got one
bit
other
of James Cameron news.
Yes, Avatar. If
Yes.
you if you just can't get enough of getting high and going to the theater to see that thing, it's getting re-released to theaters August the 27th,
Oh, great.
a month from now.
I never saw it in theaters in the first place or on video. I've yet to see Avatar.
2 reasons.
Yes,
Well,
why?
3 reasons actually.
Well,
to
I'll
make
say-
more money.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There are more 3D theaters now than there were when the film originally got released,
Oh, that'll
because
change.
Avatar ushered in the 3D wave we're experiencing right now. So now there's more theaters, which means they can throw it in more 3D theaters. And it's coming out even longer than we remember it.
Oh, it's a special
Yes,
edition.
It's a special edition. 8 minutes of cut footage, more skinny
Oh.
blue people, and all kinds of wonderfulness.
Steven Spielberg with your boat in the middle of the desert and Close
And
Encounters.
it's-
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's another reason to sell you yet another version on DVD.
Okay, last story we got.
That's
We
it.
cut last
Yep.
time we were here. We're going to squeeze it in no matter what.
We're going to get the story in.
And it's worth being squeezed in because it's not that big a deal.
No, well, Judd Apatow, who's
Yes.
Mr. Comedy in movies right now,
Yes.
recently saw Pee Wee Herman's stage show. Pee Wee Herman's making a comeback. He's taken his stage show, which is essentially the Playhouse, on tour to various comedy clubs around the country. Apatow saw it, loved it, met with Mr. Herman.
It's back for
Paul
a whole,
Rubens.
it's back for a whole new generation.
Yes, it is. He met with Mr. Rubens, Paul Rubens, afterwards and said, hey, I got an idea. Let's make a movie together. So there's going to be a new Pee Wee Herman movie. And guess what? It's going to be a road picture. A gigantic road picture. Pee Wee on the road. So that's coming soon.
Pee Wee goes to Hollywood.
Something like that.
Pee Wee goes to Hollywood.
Something like that.
I'm
Okay.
trying to use the phone!
And aren't you glad you waited that we squeezed the
Yeah,
story
for
in
this
finally?
week, for you Pee Wee Herman fans out there.
So that's it. We're done. We're finished right up here. But you can read more media news.
What can they read?
Media news
Okay.
Heard 'em.
and media reviews
Yeah.
at the store's website. And where's the store's website at? Tell them.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know someone who knows, and that would be a diminutive brunette girl who changes T-shirts all the time.
www.maraltonetradio.com.
Stop off at the store's website and check out all of his reviews.
I
Mine.
will.
And check out Bo's Media News. And
Yeah.
until
That
next
won't.
time,
That won't.
this is Comic Book Man.
And it's JR.
Jara, saying toodaloo.
Borrow.
The hero of the month this month at Alternate Reality is the Star Spangled Avenger himself, Captain America. That's right, all my Captain America trades are 25% off all month long. Hardcovers, softcovers, masterworks, essentials, everything that's a Captain America trade paperback is 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality.